Albert Camus. In a silent universe where meaning seems absent, Albert Camus asked a question that still haunts every thoughtful soul. If life has no meaning, should we still go on living? And his answer was simple, yet profound. Yes, because in our defiance, in our awareness, lies the beauty of being human. These are 50 life lessons from Albert Camus. 1. The meaning of life is the most urgent of all questions. 2. In the face of the absurd, choose to live. 3. Happiness and the absurd are two sons of the same earth. 4. Freedom begins when we accept that life has no ultimate meaning. 5. The struggle itself toward the heights is enough to fill a man's heart. 6. Live without appeal. Do not seek outside validation for your existence. 7. To create is to live twice. 8. Integrity is living in harmony with your own truth. 9. The world is beautiful, and outside of it there is no salvation. 10. Each moment of consciousness is a victory. 11. There is no love of life without despair of life. 12. The only way to deal with an unfree world is not to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. 13. Rebellion gives life its value. 14. To live is to persist in the face of meaninglessness. 15. Every sunrise is proof that hope can exist without reason. 16. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. 17. Our task is not to find meaning, but to create it. 18. The absurd is born from the confrontation between man and the silence of the world. Point 19. Even in the midst of winter, I found within me an invincible summer. 20. To understand life, we must accept its contradictions. 21. We are defined not by what happens to us, but by how we respond. 22. Love is the most absurd, and the most beautiful revolt. 23. Death is inevitable. Indifference is not. Point 24. The truth is always uncertain and yet worth seeking. Point 25. To think clearly is an act of courage. 26. There is no fate that cannot be surmounted by scorn. 27. To live fully, one must die to illusions. 28. It is the act of living, not its meaning, that counts. 29. Peace is not found in escape, but in acceptance. 30. What gives value to travel is fear, the awareness that we are alive. 31. Do not wait for a reason to be kind. 32. Every act of love makes the absurd bearable. 33. real generosity toward the future lies in giving all to the present. 34. It is not the world that is absurd, it is our longing for reason. 35. Courage is grace under pressure, and rebellion without hatred. 36. The opposite of despair is not hope, but awareness. 37. Each person must invent their own meaning. 38. The absurd man accepts life without resignation. 39. To be human is to feel the weight and yet still choose to dance. 40. In loving the world despite its indifference, we become free. 41. The most important thing is not to be cured, but to live with your ailments. 42. To suffer consciously is to grow in dignity. 43. Art is rebellion in its purest form. 44. Silence is not emptiness. It is truth waiting to be heard. 45. We are all condemned to live, and in that lies our greatness. 46. There is beauty even in futility. 47. When everything seems meaningless, love becomes sacred. 48. Truth is not found, it is built. 49. To exist is to resist. 50. And in the end, happiness is simply refusing to give up. Camus didn't ask us to deny life's absurdity. He asked us to face it, to smile at it, and to keep living, because meaning is not given to us, it is something we create with our own hands. These were the echoes of wisdom from Albert Camus. Until next time, where thoughts meet the soul. If you found meaning in Camus' words, subscribe for more lessons from the greatest minds in history.